They were the couple everyone believed in. The kind of love story people pointed to and said, if they can make it, anyone can. To teenagers who grew up together, fell in love, built a family, built a brand, built an empire, all in front of millions of people. Kristy Sarah and Desmond Scott were not just influencers. They were a symbol of loyalty, of young love, of commitment, of sticking it out no matter what. And now, it's over. When the news first broke that Kristy had filed for divorce, people didn't want to believe it. Group chats went crazy. Comment sections flooded. TikTok turned into an investigation zone. Everyone was asking the same questions. Is this real? Is it a prank? Are they just taking a break? Please tell me this isn't true, because in the world of social media, couples break up all the time, but this one felt different. This one hurt. This one felt personal. For years, people watched Kristy and Desmond grow up together, not on some Hollywood set. Not through scripted scenes, just real life, real love, real struggles, real growth. People watched them go from teenagers to parents. From a young couple trying to figure life out to a full-blown family brand. They weren't just posting content, they were sharing life, the first apartment, the first baby, the first house, the late nights, the laughs, the tears, the arguments, the make-up moments. It all felt genuine, and that's why people connected so deeply. Their relationship became comfort for a lot of people, especially young women, especially couples. Especially people who wanted to believe that love could last. That loyalty still existed, that not every man cheats. That not every love story ends in pain. Kristy and Desmond became proof that young love could survive. That growing together was possible, that choosing each other every day was real. So when that image shattered, it shook people. Late in 2025, fans started noticing small things. Desmond wasn't around as much. Videos felt different. The energy didn't feel the same. Kristy was posting more solo content. More with the kids, less couple moments. At first, people brushed it off. Busy schedules, work, life. But then the silence grew louder. And then the truth came out. Kristy Sarah had officially filed for divorce. No long announcement, no dramatic video, no emotional caption, just legal documents and heartbreak. And then came the part that made it worse, the part that made people angry. The part that made people cry, allegations of infidelity. According to the court filings, Kristy cited Desmond's alleged cheating as the reason for the divorce, and not in a we had issues kind of way. In a this destroyed any chance of reconciliation kind of way. That's heavy, that's final. That's not something you say lightly. That's the kind of statement that comes after deep pain, deep betrayal, and deep disappointment. The same man who posted about loving his wife. The same man who presented himself as a devoted husband. The same man who built a family brand around loyalty and unity. Accused of cheating. It didn't make sense to people. And that's why the internet went digging. Old videos were rewatched. Old captions were reread. Old moments were analyzed. Suddenly, things people once ignored felt suspicious. A lack of eye contact. Forced smiles, awkward energy, moments that now seem distant. It's always clearer in hindsight, and now people are seeing what they didn't see before. Then Desmond spoke, not in an interview, not in a long video, just Instagram stories. Quiet, heavy, emotional. He admitted that mistakes were made, that choices were made that he wasn't proud of, that they tried to work through things, that they tried to fix it, that separation happened. He apologized. He expressed regret, but he never directly denied the cheating allegations. And for a lot of people, that silence said everything. The internet was split. Some defended him, some were furious, some were disappointed, but most people stood with Kristy. Because the pain was visible, because the strength was visible, because she carried herself with dignity. She didn't drag him. She didn't expose details. She didn't turn it into content. She just stayed quiet and kept going. And that might have been the hardest part to watch. Kristy didn't collapse publicly. She didn't break down on camera. She didn't beg for sympathy. She continued being a mother, continued working, continued showing up. But the glow was different. The smile didn't reach the eyes. The energy felt heavy, and people could see it. People who have been betrayed recognized it instantly. That emotional exhaustion, that quiet strength, that I'm hurting but I won't show it look. And that broke people's hearts because she didn't just lose a husband. She lost her teenage love, her best friend, her partner, the person she built her life with, the person she grew up with. That's not easy to replace. That's not something you just move on from. And then there are the kids. 2 young boys now in the middle of a very public separation. 2 children whose parents' love story was watched by millions. That's heavy. And no matter what happened between Kristy and Desmond, the kids are innocent. And people are praying that co-parenting stays peaceful. That bitterness doesn't take over, that the children don't become collateral damage. Because at the end of the day, this isn't just influencer drama. This is a family breaking apart. There's also the business side of this. Kristy and Desmond weren't just a couple. They were a brand, a business, a production company, a family empire. Their relationship was their image. Their unity was their product, and now that's gone. Joint content, couple branding, family campaigns, all of that changes. And when your relationship is your brand, a breakup doesn't just affect your heart, it affects your identity, your income, your future, and that adds another layer of pain. People are also asking the hard question. Did fame play a role? Did attention change things? Did temptation get in the way? Did the pressure of being watched crack something that was already fragile? Because fame has a way of exposing cracks. Demiz, admiration, opportunities, validation. It can test even the strongest relationships. And many couples don't survive it. It's a pattern we've seen before. Couple blows up, attention increases. Egos shift, distance grows, and then destruction follows. And now people are wondering if Kristy and Desmond fell into that same cycle. For Desmond, this has changed how people see him. From devoted husband to accused cheater, from family man to controversial figure. And rebuilding that trust won't be easy. The internet remembers, screenshots live forever. And even if he grows, even if he changes, this will always follow him. For Kristy, it's about healing, rebuilding, finding herself outside of us, learning how to exist without the person she grew up with. And that's a process, a painful one, but sometimes walking away is the strongest thing you can do. A lot of people keep asking if there's any chance they get back together. But when someone says trust is completely broken, when reconciliation is off the table, that usually means it's over. And as heartbreaking as it is, sometimes love isn't enough to fix betrayal. This story has hit people deeply. One comment went viral that said, watching Kristy and Desmond break up feels like watching your parents divorce. And honestly, that says everything. That's how close people felt to them. That's how real it was. That's how much it hurt. Because people didn't just follow them. They grew up with them. They saw themselves in them. They believed in them. And now that belief is shaken. This breakup reminds us of something uncomfortable. That the couples we idolize are human. That the relationships we admire can fail. That the love stories we believe in can end. And that social media doesn't show everything. We only see the highlight reel. We don't see the late-night arguments, disappointments, tears, fights, or the distance. We don't know what really happened behind closed doors. But we do know that something broke, and once trust is broken, everything changes. So now, here we are, at the end of an era, the end of a love story. The end of us. Kristy Sarah and Desmond Scott are no longer the couple people believed in. And while the internet will move on, while new couples will rise, while new stories will trend, this one will be remembered. It will be remembered as the love story that gave people hope. And the heartbreak that reminded us, nothing is guaranteed. If you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our deep dives into the stories everyone's talking about. And if you found this video insightful, go ahead and give it a like. It really helps the channel grow. Thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and thank you for being part of this community. Until next time, take care of yourselves and take care of each other.